Um, whenever you watch this, either Monday or today or whenever, if it's Sunday, happy Mother's Day to you all. I just wanted to go over some changes I did to Google Classroom this week, just so you're not confused. So I pulled up Google Classroom underneath fractions. I did update it for this week. You'll see May 11th through the 15th. You'll see the very first video here is week 2 instruction. Please watch that first. And then your second choice is 2.4 week 2 instruction video 2. Watch that second. Now you don't have to watch that Monday. You can watch that Tuesday on a totally different day. The thing that's different is these 3 choices right here. Week 2 fractions online practice, week 2 hands-on activities, and week 2 worksheets for fractions. I kind of just went through and put them all together. So I put all the online choices together. I put all the worksheets for fractions together, and I put all of your hands-on practice. I put them all underneath the same. So you didn't have so many choices throughout. Well, you still have the same amount of choices. And so let me just click on one to show you. And get underneath what you're going to be looking at. So I'm going to view assignment. It's still not giving me what I want. Maybe I have to go to edit for as teacher. All right, so this is what you're going to be looking at. Just for I'm just pulling up the online, and then I'll show you what the rest of it looks like. This is for if you're an online learner. Okay, if you know you're someone who does better with online games, then please choose this. If you're someone who does, a mixture, maybe you choose something underneath the online one day, and then you go underneath worksheets for the next day. Whatever helps you as a learner. So you still are only going to choose one suggested activity a day. I've just given you all of the online activities that I was going to use all week long. So Monday, we're really still focusing on fraction sizes, naming fractions, dividing shapes into fractions, what is a fraction, and how do those sizes change based on the denominator. That's what we're looking at on Monday. So really my suggested activity for Monday would be Study Island, but you can use Study Island throughout the entire week if you like Study Island. I have boom cards. I have IXL. You can do any part of IXL going into Tuesday through Friday. Really 2.4C would probably be beneficial since that deals with comparing fractions. And then I have another math games link underneath here. When you look underneath here, you have Study Island, you have the boom cards, you have the math games, and you have the IXL. Don't worry that right here it says grade 3 because it does follow the topic that we're talking about in 2nd grade. Okay, so that's your online choices for the week. I wanted to show you the hands-on activities. So let's just go in and edit these. So again, with the hands-on activities, it's the same as your online. You choose what works for you. If you're a hands-on learner, then choose hands-on. You can practice these at home throughout the week. Don't feel like you have to go by my choices. I only gave you some choices that are out there. Choose one a day. Again, like the online games, I just, choose one a day. And again, if you want to do a mixture, choose online one day, choose hands-on one day, choose worksheets the next day. I myself, for coins and fractions, prefer hands-on because it gives you a better idea of what you're learning, and it's going to help that stick in your brain. And then you're going to just see some different options here for those hands-on activities. Last week I gave you that printable resource with the fraction bars. When you get into 4th grade and start fractions, they're going to start you off with those fraction bars just to kind of, well, we used to, I'm not I'm not the teacher right now, so I'm not sure if they still start you out with those fraction bars, but we did used to start out with fraction bars just so you could explore, what makes up a whole, what different fractions, the fraction sizes. They really help you with those fraction sizes and comparing fractions. So again, using the fraction bars throughout the week will really help them, get that idea of the different fraction sizes. Cooking with fractions, down below you're going to see a video right here, and I was actually cooking banana bread that day and decided, hey, while I'm cooking banana bread, why don't I just show the kids how to, or give an example of how you could use measuring cups in the kitchen with cooking. Let them play with fractions. Again, that goes with cooking with fractions. I did have some pizza last week and I had to cut it into the different pieces. And as I cut it, the pieces got smaller. So that's something you could do as well. But that video right here goes into how you could use something in the kitchen to help with the idea of fractions. You can use Legos, figure out what you want your whole to be, and then have them, use the parts. Use food. I just talked about using food. And then use sidewalk chalk and outside. If you go all the way down to the bottom and click on this activity, this is going to actually give you an example of what I mean for you to use the sidewalk chalk. And it just gives you 2 examples of how you can do fractions outside. That just gets your kids outside. And it also helps them work with fractions. And then what you're going to notice in between all of these resources are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you're someone who chooses the hands-on activity, you can click on one of these for the day that you're working on, and you will fill out this document. So it says, have your student describe the activity that was completed with that was hands-on, and then down here you're going to kind of just go through the standard and describe what part of the standard that activity was helping your student work on. Again, you'll notice at the end of the week I kind of took out A and B from this choice because I want our focus to really just be on comparing units of fractions into halves, fourths, eighths, and sixths with models. So I took out A and B probably Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and made it only where you could hands-on practice with comparing units of fractions and just, noticing the sizes of the fractions and how you can take, a couple, like 2 sixths and make, fourths, because fourths are bigger than sixes, just that. So again, you'll fill out that document every time that you do a hands-on activity with a description of what the activity is that you did, and what part of the standard you were working on down here. And if you want to include a photo in there, you can save it to your computer. You can come up to insert and it will say insert image. You can upload it from your computer and just, right here, upload from your computer, and then it will give you a choice here to where you can choose the photo, insert it. Emma, get off your... Okay, sorry about that. I didn't really want to make a long video, but clearly this is going to be a long video. And then the last choice for work this week is... if you are a worksheet person, you're going to go to the worksheet choice. And again, all of the worksheets, they have been all week, and it's just driving me insane. So I apologize. I need to keep that in this video. So 2.4 week 2 worksheets for fractions. If you're a worksheet person, all of your worksheets for the week are underneath here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I do apologize for Friday's worksheets. I will open them up and show you while I'm talking to you. I wanted to kind of go off the regular worksheets I have been working on. And when I picked this one, I was like, oh, cool, you have to kind of shade in the fractions and compare the sizes. So that's two of your skills that you're working on. But then I noticed, hey, you do have to shade these. So if you're not someone who prints these off and completes them online, I did put in the directions that you can just kind of X them out. I know Miss Jones and Melanie, they found a way to slash them out. And if you're not someone with patience, then I would choose one of the other choices for this day, either the hands-on or the online practice. But I did put a text box, and all of the worksheets have a text box. These worksheets that have two different skills that you're working on, I put bigger text boxes for you. I think you're going to have to submit at the end of the week, but I can see going into your I can see here who's doing work when I go underneath grades. I can tell who's doing work and what you've done, so I can just click on the activity and see if you've done anything underneath there. And again, if you have any questions this week, since I did change that up a little bit, please let me know. Enjoy your day.